Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Ptp After Dark. We got General Nutsack over on the YouTubes. And Hondo, what's going on, Hondo? Long time no see. Mr. Spaz O'Yeti. How are you doing this evening, sir? M1911 Zoom, welcome. I am Groot. What's happening? Vanita71, welcome to you. Nice having you here. We got Redfish, and Redfish, thank you for that cookie.
Cookies!
Appreciate that. Salty Nuts. What's up, Salty Nuts? And I saw Duppy up there in the chat. How is everything going? I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday, the rest of day.
Yeah.
Jim Bob 71 is in the house. What's up, Jim Bob? We got just a couple of things to do tonight. But one of the things that I want to have a discussion with you guys with Puddin' Hollow. Welcome to you. Is something that I saw happening months ago, and it disturbed me then. Then I voiced my opinion on it then, about how I really felt that this person was how do I say this? This person was a kind of a Manchurian candidate, but not to a level of like a Barack Obama Manchurian candidate. And now I'm seeing him pop up in the media, especially on alternative media, different podcasts. And now we're seeing him come onto the mainstream. And I have concerns. But so we're going to watch a Young Turks clip about this guy, and I'm going to voice my concerns about that. I saw Kim Guilfoyle on O'Reilly. Oh my God. She lose. Oh yeah. Jim Bob, if you ever see her up close, it looks like she puts that shit on with a trowel. It's really bad. But yeah. Yeah. She's a piece of work, let me tell you. Anyway, I think it would be a huge mistake. And when I say a huge mistake, I mean a huge mistake. If Donald Trump would consider putting this person in the cabinet or as a VP pick. Huge mistake. Donald Trump should get this dude away from the White House, away from his campaign as quickly as possible. And I'm going to I'm gonna play the clip, and then we'll discuss it.
Some elements of Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial do not bode so well for him. There are other times when some of the testimony is more favorable to the defense rather than the prosecution. What Donald Trump has not had a good time with, though, is the gag order that has been attached to this case. He's not supposed to attack the jurors. He's gotten in trouble for doing so in the past, and he's been complaining about it. And so a state appeals court has dealt him yet another blow today, denying his challenge to Judge Juan Merchan's gag order, barring.
I'm sorry, who are you calling a Christian Zionist? Is that for Donald Trump? I hope not for me.
Him from attacking Michael Cohen, Stormy Daniels, and the judge's daughter. Also, individual prosecutors and other witnesses should not be attacked. That's part of the gag order as well. So instead of breaking the gag order, again, he sent out his attack dogs / bootlickers, complete with matching outfits, to do his dirty work for him. Let's watch.
We know that from the polls that have come out, even from the New York Times, Rasmussen Interactive this week, President Trump is leading all over.
Okay, Kumara, how you doing? Welcome to you. I said hello to Crazy Chuck. What's going on, Crazy Chuck? Look, the picture that we see on the screen right now, And I understand what she's saying about the matching suits and shit like that. What Donald Trump is doing, having his friends advocate for him because of the gag order, probably a smart thing. Just saying. What does that say? Nah, I just heard they like, oh, yeah, they do like cookies, as a matter of fact.
Cookie!
That's funny. Thank you for the cookie. I think that's a smart thing to do because Judge, whatever his name is, Mershon, whatever his name is, can't gag everybody. So by having these people go out there and advocate for Donald Trump is a smart move on his part. What I don't agree with is the guy, if you're looking at the picture, the guy all the way to the far right. And we'll see what's going on there.
Over the country, and the conclusion you could draw from that is the American people have already acquitted Donald Trump.
Where's the crime? There is no crime. The only crime.
By the way, this guy right here is most likely going to be your VP pick. Tim Scott. We said a while back that the relationship between Trump and Tim Scott when Trump was president was they had a very good relationship. They worked very well hand in hand. Tim Scott was the person heading up the opportunity zones in the inner cities all over the country. They did a great job with that. Vanita, thank you for the cookie.
Cookies!
I believe that he's going to be Trump's VP pick. And I would be fine with that. I think that Tim Scott, he has his issues. Don't get me wrong, but the relationship between him and Trump during the Trump administration was a good, strong one. And I don't think that Tim Scott did anything to intentionally screw over Trump for any reason. And if the relationship works out, great. I'm just saying. But let's continue.
Crime that's happening here is this Democrat judge and the Democrat Party prosecuting their political rival right in the middle of a presidential election.
This is nothing more than election interference at its finest. You are seeing where the weaponization of what was the Department of Justice, now the Department of Injustice, has continued to be utilized against the American people.
This is a politicized persecution that is nakedly apparent. This is garbage.
Thank you for the phone.
That is the best proof that you have that if they're going to get him
yeah, you know what? You're right, Jim Bob. That is Byron Donaldson. My bad. I thought that was Tim Scott. My eyes aren't that great, but I stick by what I say with Tim Scott, though. I think that he'd be and he is advocating for Donald Trump too, by the way. I may have just not seen that, but thank you for pointing that out. And hello to Beach Bum and Mermaid. Thank you for the phone. Love you, sister. Okay, so this guy right here, Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't think that Donald Trump should at all have this guy anywhere near his campaign. I don't think he should be advocating for Trump. Not saying that when he was running against Trump, what's up, Mrs. PTP? That when he was running in the primaries against Trump, he never badmouthed him. And I always said that was his strategy because he wants to be in the cabinet or he wants to be a VP pick. I don't trust this little guy as far as I can throw him because I believe he's an advocate for his parents who are an advocate for the Indian government. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't give a shit about anything. I saw this guy coming 100 miles away. And I think the best thing that Donald Trump can do is get him as far away from him as possible. Because I don't believe that he has the best interest of the country, Donald Trump, or anything else except for who he's advocating for.
get him coming, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is a sham. This is not the United States of America. This is some third-rate banana republic. I'm here, and all of us are here as friends of Donald Trump, supporting him in our personal capacity, sharing our opinions. That's why we're here today.
You know, it really is an injustice that the Republicans did not share the Amazon link for the exact same red tie with Vivek Ramaswamy. He should be really upset about it, okay? They're all matching, they've got the same red tone color tie. And poor Vivek, it's a little too on the burgundy side. Sorry, Vivek, you're the outsider here.
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
So if you're wondering why they're lining up to defend Donald Trump right outside the courtroom, is because they want to stoke his ego, right? Like especially Burgum, who is angling for VP pick. Of course, this is like his way of auditioning, so it doesn't surprise me. Trump has publicly complained that the MAGA faithful haven't descended, this is so pathetic, haven't descended on the court in droves, blaming law enforcement for restricting access to the area for blocks, which is false. Privately, he's griped about more prominent Republican lawmakers, including those he's considering for vice president, aren't showing their support. Where are they? He angrily groused earlier this month, according to a person with direct knowledge of the matter. You know what? I give Trump credit because he demands things and he gets what he wants. I mean,
look, what's up, Casey Snowman? How you doing? Ain't nobody over there on the YouTubes making comments? What's going on over there? I see a bunch of people. What's going on? Who we got up? People on Twitter? I think you can still comment. I just can't type back. But here's the thing. Donald Trump doesn't need MAGA to descend on the courthouse. Ooh, JD Vance. Ooh, I don't know about that. Yeah, but Salty, we haven't figured out if it's a dude transitioning yet. That's the problem. We don't know if she is a he. I've always said that. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we'll stick with that. Donald Trump really doesn't need our help. He doesn't need MAGA to descend on the courthouse and make all kinds of problems and do all kinds of shenanigans and I did, Bad Mom, and I still don't like the guy. I'm sorry. I go by first impressions, and he was very off-putting. I don't like him. I don't like him. He made a lot of money off of a lot of shit that's nefarious shit. I don't like it. And I think him shilling for a cabinet position gives me very, very big Michael Cohen fucking vibes. That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're absolutely right, Casey Snowman. Absolutely right. But we're doing what we're doing, right? The people who support Donald Trump are advocating for him in ways that we advocate. Going to work, paying taxes, doing all kinds of stuff. Like normal people do. We don't have time to go down and sit at a courthouse for a billionaire to go through a fucking hooker trial. We just don't have the time to do it. Beach Bum and Mermaid, thank you for the cans. Appreciate that. We have more important things to do. The people who can advocate for him, like me or every other podcaster out there who's doing their thing. Stormy Daniels for VP. There you go. We're doing it to the best of our ability. We're changing hearts and minds and blah, 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 and all that other stuff. So although I do agree, I do agree with him having people go out there and speak on his behalf. That's his way of circumventing the gag order, which I think is a smart idea. Having Vivek Ramaswamy do it is, I think, a horrible idea. So there's that. Let's continue with the half man, half woman.
I mean, it's amazing to me. Like, you would think that these men, these grown men, would have like a little bit of self-respect, but the second Trump snaps, they run over and they do exactly what he wants. I mean, that is pretty incredible. A different source says that earlier this month, the former president, noticeably annoyed, remarked that elite conservatives he had endorsed weren't showing up to the trial to show moral and political support. Trump, it's politics. Trump, it's politics. You think these people like you or care about you? No one in the realm of politics likes or cares about each other. Okay? Period. Like, I can't believe that Trump is like, why aren't my friends here showing me support? They're not your friends. They're not your friends. Everything is transactional. Trump should know that. For Trump, everything is transactional. But he's like, where are my friends? Why aren't they here defending me? All right, there's more. The source also says,
I don't think that's the case. That Trump is saying, where are my friends? Why aren't they defending me? I think that a lot of Republicans, or whatever you want to call them, can see themselves in the same situation with this justice system that can flip on a dime. And they're now starting to come out and say, you know what, this gag order where he can't talk about the trial, but everybody else can, is an injustice. And that's why I said it's a good thing to have them advocating. Sean Joe, thank you for the cookie.
Cookies!
I don't think Trump is snapping his fingers and having people, or whining or doing anything like that. I think that these people are seeing the injustice now. And they're starting to speak out on his behalf, because nobody has spoken out on his behalf except for people like us. And we don't have that big of a reach. So then again, you got to consider the source of what we're listening to, the Young Turks.
That especially irritated Trump after he saw the following New York headline from early May. After large rallies, Trump is greeted at courthouse by a single fan. Yeah, I mean, I could see that irritating him. But again, all he needs to do is snap his fingers and the bootlickers show up. They're like, ooh, I'll defend you, Donald Trump. It's just, Vivek, you gotta coordinate a little better, okay? You gotta make sure they share that Amazon link with you. You gotta get the same red tie. Gotta be matchy-matchy when you're sucking up to Trump. Anyway, so now US senators, House members, state attorneys general, and former GOP primary opponents even the primary opponents have all traveled to New York to support the former president during his criminal trial. And look, at the end of the day, it's not just about sucking up to Trump. It's about sucking up to Republican voters who overwhelmingly favor Trump. We saw it play out in the primaries. We see it playing out now.
Thank you, Mermaid. Appreciate the cans. And I'll tell you what, it's not just Republican voters, Anna, or whatever your name is, Abel, whatever it is. It's not just Republican voters. And that's the problem. That's why you think that that this is Donald Trump being a narcissist, and it's not. A lot of Democrats in New York now are they're flipping their switch because they see that they've been taken advantage of for decades and decades and decades by the Democrats in New York. Taxes are up, rents are up. It's ridiculous. Everything is it's like California. It's too expensive to live. You now have an invasion of undocumented immigrants taking over high-end hotels and schools that should be used for children. Now they're housing undocumented migrants that we're paying for every day. Yeah, it's not just Republicans that are licking boots here. The Democrats are I think in New York are a done deal. They're over, which I would be very surprised if it was either real close or flipped into a Republican state. Sean Joe, thank you for the cookie.
Cookies!
Now in the polling, they're doing this because they want to appeal to Republican voters, and sucking up to Trump is the easiest way to do that.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support.
Shut up. So, although I do agree with everything that these guys are doing, I believe that Trump needs to be advocated for because what they're doing is an injustice to him. Put him on trial. No, absolutely not a problem. But give him the right to speak in public to defend himself or defend his position. Let him. Hello, Sherry Pittsburgh. Let him point out all the egregious injustices that are arrayed against him. And if he can't do that, now he has people advocating for him, which I think is a good thing. Everybody but Vivek. If I was the campaign, sorry, I know people like Vivek. Band Mom said he did a great job on the BPD podcast, whatever it was. I do understand. He's a very slick-tongued politician, businessman, politician, so on and so forth. But initially, when he came on the scene, rubbed me the wrong way, and that's just the way that it is. I can't get over that. Who his parents are, where his money went, what he did to make his money, and a lot of other things. I don't think that he should be anywhere near the Trump campaign. What's up, Gary Holland? How you doing over there? And you know, that's my opinion. I never liked the guy, and I'm never going to. And I hope that the campaign sees that and gets rid of him. Yeah, and you know what? Gamada, I can't agree with anything that he would make good on. He reminds me of one of those guys that in the 1870s that would walk around or go around with a wagon from town to town selling snake oil. That's who he reminds me of. Whatever you want to hear is going to slide off of Vivek's tongue in order to make him look the best and appeal to the masses. He's just like a snake. He's like a snake oil salesman. Beach Bum and Mermaid gifted a 1-month bronze subscription, and Sherry Pittsburgh claimed it. Thank you so much. That's one closer to the million. Thank you. 1 million subscribers. That's the goal. And not everybody's going to agree with me, and I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I mean, good Lord, that would be so boring. Make Vivek the first ambassador to the newly formed Palestinian state. Yeah, that'll keep him busy, won't it? That's a good one. Yeah, keep him in charge. Oh, put him over there in the Gaza Strip. See what happens. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't say, jump on the. I'm not going to jump on the Vivek bandwagon. I'm just not. I just can't. Matter of fact, they shouldn't even have him advocating for Trump. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The Cobb with the cookie. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Cookies!
But yeah, that's it. That's all we got. And like I said, I may not have thought that was the wrong guy, but I believe that Tim Scott would make a good vice president. Even though I messed up with that one, that was Byron Donaldson. But I believe that Tim Scott would make a good vice president because of the relationship that they have. They worked well together. There was never any animosity like there was with Pence during the administration. And we all know that Pence was a plant to get the evangelical vote, but we got the evangelical vote already, so we don't need somebody like Pence anymore. As a matter of fact, we have the evangelical, we have the youth vote, the black vote, the Hispanic vote, and all the other votes. And that's why the Democrats are shitting themselves. Patriot Drummer, how you doing? Eagle Freedom, welcome. Yeah, I never trusted him. I never trusted Vivek from day one. The Gorilla P, yeah, the dude's a snake. Seriously, you remember seeing those old movies where they have the big thing on the side of the wagon and they're just sitting up there and they pull into town and they put out their little platform and they're selling their little bottles of whatever snake oil that can cure herpes and VDs and syphilises and whatever. That's who he reminds me of. Oh yeah, I'm sure he is, Gumata. I mean, that was a stupid thing to do when we before I got sick and that was like just during the height of the primaries, and when Mike Pence said he was running for president, I'm like, why? Who are you gonna get to vote for you? Right? Who are you going to get to vote for you? You're not going to get anybody that voted for Donald Trump to vote for you. No MAGA person is going to vote for you. No Democrat's going to vote for you because you are Donald Trump's vice president. It's a ginormous waste of money. And what did he do last 3 weeks? That was it. And now he's up $1.5 million in the hole. Come on, guys, please. But just think, the end of this week should be the end of the testimony. It'll go to the jury probably Monday or Tuesday or next week or whatever it will. And they'll either hang or they'll acquit him. We'll go through a week of backlash and then we'll move on. Anybody else getting inundated with emails? Oh, yeah. I get them all the time from Nancy Pelosi. You get the emails for donations for the Democrats. Yeah, they're desperate. I mean, they're desperate. What's up, Rabbit Hole? 25 million Donald Trump raised just last week. 25 million. They're desperate. Right now, what you have is the entirety of the Democrat voting base out there yelling free, free, free Palestine. Basically. That's what you have. And they're making policy around a bunch of children chanting for a cause that they have no idea about. No, Eagle Freedom, we're not sure. We don't know too much about Mike Pence. He could be AI for all we know. Yeah. I watch TikTok, and these people go around to these campuses, and they have these microphones, and they're asking these young protesters, what are you protesting about? And they have no idea. We're protesting the war over in the Middle East. What war? Between who? They have no idea who they're protesting. All they would do is they're told to show up, get one of them do-rags, put it on their head, wrap it around their neck, look like a fucking terrorist, and scream whatever they tell you to scream. These are the people who are over 18 and allowed to vote in this country, which scares the shit out of me sometimes. Mermaid, thank you for the cans. Boy, I'm being beaten up by cans tonight. I love it. Yeah. And then this, they are lemmings. Yeah, that's a nice word to use. I can think of a lot of other words, Gumata, that are a little less tame than lemmings. But it's sad. It really is sad that today's society, that you go out and you protest and you don't even have any clue of what you protested. Long as you're holding up a sign and wearing a scarf that tells you, everything you need to know about these people. They're worse than idiots, I think. But you know what? This is I can't say this is what the founding fathers envisioned. The right to protest. But when they were forming this country, they were youngsters too. So I just don't know where the youngsters went sideways in this world to now that we have people who are chanting for a cause that they couldn't even point out on a map. But anyway, whole point was get Vivek Ramaswamy out. Get him out. I don't like the guy. Never did. Never will. Okay, so the next clip we got showing here. Gomata just claimed a 1-month bronze tier subscription from Mermaid again. Thank you so much, Mermaid. That's another step closer to the million. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And Henry 4570, how you doing? Yeah, sheeple. You know what, Henry? I think even that's not good, because sheep still have enough common sense to run away when things are happening. These people just stand there and chant shit. Sheep are at least smart enough to move when they're when they see that they're not making progress in the same place anymore. But sheeple's a good word. Thank you again, Mermaid. You're killing me with all the stuff here. Thank you so much. Come on, there's got to be somebody else to counteract Mermaid over here with the cookies and the cans and the subscriptions. Didn't do anything. Oh, I don't know. That I don't know, Gary. There you go. What's up, P-Quest? How are you? Thank you for the cookie.
Cookies!
Okay, so this morning we did the Michael Cohen. We talked a lot about Michael Cohen and the Martelardo bullshit going on. I can't not equate Martelardo without Michael Cohen and this stupid trial thing that's going on. So I got a small clip here. This is the One Easy Money. What's going on? And it shows a clip from, I believe, Ari Melber, I think, of CNN. I'm not sure. CNN, MSNBC. I don't know. These people are all fucking the same to me. Anyway. Very true, Henry. Very, very, very true. Yeah. But it's funny to me. It's extremely funny. P-Quest, thank you for the cookie. How
Cookies!
No matter what happens in that courtroom, no matter who the prosecution puts up on the stand, the mainstream media, because it's Donald Trump criminal trial, is going to make these people look like they are angels that came down from heaven just to testify for Donald Trump. Look what they did with Stormy. She was a ballerina. she did this, she worked for the this, and she was such a nice person, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know where she went wrong at 17, going to a strip club and making money, and then going into porn and then do it. She's just such a nice person who lied, and then admitted that she was bribing Donald Trump, then said that she wasn't, and then she said, well, it had nothing to do with Me Too, but then it did. And but they made her out to be just the nicest person on the planet. One of the nicer hookers, prostitutes, allegedly. Let's watch this clip here.
Orders not on me or any other politician. Gag orders on President Trump. Somebody needs to speak on his behalf, and we were able to do that. Now, the judge would not let us interview or talk to the media inside the courthouse building. I'm not talking about the courtroom. I'm talking about the building. He didn't want any of us really there to do any media, so we had to go outside the Lafayette, I think, Park or whatever, and do the.
Who did that? Mermaid. And Jim Bob just claimed a subscription from Mermaid. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hold on, Eagle Freedom. That's exactly what we're going to talk about here. Don't jump ahead of me with that. Just give me a minute.
Interview. So, I mean, it's all centered on we got to get Donald Trump. We got to prove that he did something wrong. They've been trying to do this since, 2016. None of it is stuck. I watched the jury the whole time. I can't imagine very many of these jurors that would think Donald Trump was guilty of anything. I hadn't figured out really what the charge is yet. But it was an interesting day of Michael Cohen's first day being in front of the prosecution, and he even said that, yes, I lie. I've lied before, not in just this case, other cases. And how in the world can you take
I lie? Yeah, I'm a liar. I didn't just lie here. I lied in other court cases. Matter of fact, I went to jail for lying. I'm a liar. My name is Michael Cohen. I'm a liar.
Take the evidence of so-called evidence of a habitual liar against the former president of the United States. Doesn't make sense to me.
Wanted to cover, because you covered several bases of this, and obviously it is covered differently in various media outlets. I wanted to play this for you, which we have. This is from MSNBC. They've been reacting to the Michael Cohen cross-examination, which you were able to watch a piece of. MSNBC host Ari Melber says it was an A-plus performance. Watch.
Hold on, before we get to that, once again, Beach Bum and Mermaid just gifted another subscription to Henry 4570. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. What's the Stormy, sir? Yeah, you'll find out. That's right. So here we go. Eagle Freedom. Here we go.
I think the issue for Michael Cohen on cross will be overall credibility, because they will get into the criminal record and the story did change, and then raising doubt that he might have gone rogue. The he went rogue story is far-fetched, but they don't need to prove it. He went, first of all, the thing is credibility, and he went rogue. It's far-fetched. So what he did was he worked for Donald Trump for 11 years. 11 years. When he didn't get the position in the White House that he wanted to get, he went to anybody and everybody who would listen to help him get out of his legal problems with the Congress and the taxi medallions. Donald Trump said, hold on strong. I'm the president. We can work on this. And what you did was you flipped on him because they offered you what you thought was a better deal. Then you got out of jail and you spent the last however many years of your life grifting off of Donald Trump. And this Ari Melber dude said they're going to have to check his credibility? What?
Oh my God.
They just need to raise the doubt that it could be true. I did think, to echo what we were just discussing, there have been days where defendant Trump looked unseemly, certainly did not look relatable, looked untrustworthy. I thought today, Michael Cohen and the way they did this testimony, this is the day that Donald Trump looked most like a criminal.
And Senator, I'll get your response to that. I mean, this
because he looked most like a criminal, because that's what the prosecution and Michael Cohen, well, not today, because there wasn't anything today, but this was from whenever, yesterday. This is how they planned it out. Remember, there was no evidence that we showed, no evidence that they showed, no evidence that Stormy Daniels showed. None of it. That can bring, thank you, Mermaid, beyond a reasonable doubt that Donald Trump did anything. And this guy is trying to give Michael Cohen credibility when he already admitted last week or Monday or whenever it was, I don't know what fucking day, whenever he was up there, that yes, he was a convicted perjurer. And yes, I did commit campaign finance violations and went to jail for it. Basically admitting that Trump didn't do anything. I did it all. And that's their most credible witness.
This is a convicted felon. This is someone who is admitted to lying to Congress.
Eagle Freedom, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. They haven't announced a crime yet. Even if the thing said payment for NDA payment, it's still not a crime. That's the part that I don't understand. It's still not a crime. No matter what he did, it's still not a crime. So did they announce the crime yet? No. What they did was they indicted him, they arrested him, they mugshotted him, and now they're trying to fit a crime through a sham trial that should be in a federal court, not a state court. Just saying. Hey, Black Mamba, welcome to you. Yes, just in time for the Martelardos.
Congress who has lied on the stand before, but now on this cable news network, seemingly again painting this picture of a very truthful man and painting Donald Trump as a criminal. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, you got to remember they've been rehearsing this testimony for months. The questioning was written down. He came out with just basic answers. The one thing that they're trying to say is, well, he didn't get flustered. He didn't get mad, which he normally does.
And that's actually, Gamadi, you're absolutely right. Bill and Hillary Clinton paid off Juanita Broderick. I think that was her name. She used to be all over the Twitter sphere there. Paid her off and paid a couple of other ones to keep their mouths shut about Bill Clinton. And nothing. That's not a crime, right? Because they do that all the time. Hillary Clinton disparaged, I can't tell you how many women that claim that they had sex with Bill Clinton. That wasn't a crime, and Bill Clinton was president in the Oval Office. No crime. So yeah, that's a good point to make. Also, another thing that I haven't, Paula Jones, there you go. Yeah, I that's another one that they paid off. Another thing that I find that nobody's talking about, which really gets my goat, is they impeached Donald Trump for withholding military aid to Ukraine, one of our closest allies in Europe, in Eastern Europe, and they impeached him for it. Yet Joe Biden is sitting up here holding on a law. It was passed. He signed it into law. And he's holding up military aid to Israel, our most trusted ally in the Middle East. Why aren't they impeaching him for it? Beach Bum and Mermaid hit me with what did you hit me with? Again, a ship. Thank you so much. You hear nobody talking about that at all. At all, nobody. And that really, really, really gets me. They should be out there. Where's what's her name? What's up, Secret Weapon? Thank you for the cookie. The Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and all those Matt Gaetz, and why aren't they walking the fucking impeachment papers down to the Senate right now? With the precedent saying this is what you impeach Donald Trump for, and this is what the articles of impeachment are on Joe Biden. And we insist, not like you're holding Mayorkas's impeachment in the Senate, we insist that you take it up right now. Otherwise, we're not having any other business in the House of Representatives. But of course, that ain't going to happen. Johnny Q, what's happening, my brother? Thank you for the cookie.
Cookie!
Welcome.
He didn't get off script. Everything was scripted. Now the cross-examination is going to be a little bit different. Started yesterday, but there'll be another day of it coming up, maybe 2 days. But there's a lot of things in there that basically the defense attorneys will go after, such as the audio tapes where they went in and secretly audioed President Trump, which is ridiculous. Again, there's other things that when they get up and the prosecution says, asking about lying. Oh, yes, I've lied before. I've done it several times. I didn't pay my taxes. I've been in jail. I don't understand the direction that this.
Thank you, Dakabe. I appreciate that.
This prosecutor was going, but it pretty much convicted Michael Cohen as a criminal. I mean, at the end of the day. So how in the world can you take this guy's testimony to truth?
Yeah, that'll be up to the jury ultimately to decide whether or not.
Jim Bob, I don't know. I don't know how it's election interference. I really don't know. Because, like I said, they indicted him, right? They set a court date. They picked a judge. They did everything that they had to do. They put him on trial with dozens of witnesses and still hasn't articulated a crime. How? I don't know. I wish I could understand it. But my logical brain is telling me that all of this is political theater. Like the Texan, when the Texan was on the show the other night, and he said it's either a script or it's just political theater, and everybody's in on it. That's looks like the only alternative that I can think, that it's either scripted or it's a show to keep us distracted from something else. But this is the United States of America. There are countries in the world that base their constitutions on ours, that base their justice systems on ours. And we're looking like we're a bunch of gooftards with this going on here. Again, with this 1 month bronze tier subscription from Beach Bum and Mermaid to One Easy Money. Thank you so much. Oh, and by the way, did you hear that the Prime Minister of Slovakia got shot 5 times at a campaign event because they are right now in Slovakia. They're in the middle of their campaign event. Yeah, that's third world shit going on there. The guy shot him 5 times. He's in critical condition. And, whatever. But the United States, we're supposed to be that shining city on the hill, that beacon of light that everybody looks to get justice done. And over the last couple of decades in this country, I'm telling you what, man, ever since 1963, probably before that, but you can really pinpoint where this country went to shit, and it was a downhill slide in a big pile of shit, was right after JFK. Right after JFK got air conditioned, this country slid so damn far, and it's continuing its slide. Anyway, let's continue with this.
They believe Michael Cohen as the prosecution's star witness. Senator, there have been breaking news all morning when it comes to this debate that's going to happen between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It's going to happen on CNN June 27th here. We don't know the moderators, but we do know there's not going to be an audience that can attend and listen in. What do you make of it? Are you going to be tuning in to see what happens at this debate?
No, you betcha. I'll be tuning in. I want to see if Joe Biden can make it through this. They'll have him all jacked up. Like I was sitting 20 feet from him at the State of the Union address. I mean, he talks so fast. You can tell he was all on script. He read every bit of his speech, and they said it was a great speech. He did a great job. Let's see him shoot from the hip, basically. Have to come up with his answers of his own. I don't know whether they can do it or not. American people need to see their president, President Joe Biden, shoot from the hip, talk off the cup, talk about different things, get his ideas about the future of this country, because right now our country is going down the drain, and they're all because of his policies.
No, I agree with that too. Also, hold on. Oh, exactly. One easy money. It's a big shithill. You're absolutely right. He was an outspoken opponent. Yeah. Oh no, there was a lot of issues, Jim Bob, with the Prime Minister of Slovakia. Mermaid. Thank you again for the cans, all of them. Thank you so much. Yeah, some of the stuff I was looking at tonight before I came on. He basically is a base dude. I mean, he's against the Ukraine war. He's against the support of sending troops because they're getting to that point where they're going to have to send troops because weapons aren't just doing it anymore because Ukrainian soldiers are deserting. But yeah, he's pretty outspoken. You're absolutely right. And they said it was. I mean, they caught the guy. And the video, you can hear the video. It was 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He hit him all 5 times. And in the video, they rushed him into a car, carried him into the back seat of the car, and zipped off. And then they caught the guy who did it. Pam, thank you for the can. That's a cookie. And that's also for Mermaid's cans. Hello, GTO Mama. How you doing? Yeah, so this is what we got now. I mean, everything is politically motivated in the world. We have wars that we don't even talk about. We have wars that are going on and coups that are going on in African countries that we don't even talk about because we're so inundated and so enamored with Israel and Ukraine. We're forgetting about the Sudan. We're forgetting about parts of Somalia and Rwanda that are still in massive turmoil. What's going on with the slave trade in Libya? Still from the effects of Hillary Clinton's campaign to we came, we saw, he died shit that went on 10 years ago. We're having all kinds of issues in this world that are it's on fire. And when you go take a prime minister of a country and you pump 5 bullets into him only because his views are not to support a country or whatever, he has different views than you. How soon before that happens here? They tried it with Ronald Reagan a couple of times. You know, we've had a lot of presidents that had their lives shot up. What's his name? What was it? Roosevelt there did a speech. The Rough Riders guy, whatever, did a speech with a bullet in his chest because somebody shot him because of his political views. Look what they did to Kennedy because of what he wanted to do for the country. So, anyway, Yep. So yeah, that's what we have here. We're looking right now very, very weak on the world stage. We're not going to get to where we need to be as a country with the figurehead, and I say figurehead, of Joe Biden. And I think that the Democrats realize that. Like I said, if the debates between Trump and Biden happen, we also talked about this morning, I'll be surprised. It's supposed to be next month, a month from now. I will be surprised. Even if it's with no audience, and Trump can't interrupt him, and so his medications are going to have to be spot on for 2 hours, for him to not stutter his way through the. And I got nothing against stutterers, but for Joe Biden to try and not stutter his way through anything that has to do with the economy. And CNN is going to hit him with such softball questions that they're not going to do to Trump. Everything I would assume, if it does happen, every question about Trump is going to be about his criminal trials and how can he lead the country when he's under criminal indictment. Just saying. So word on the street is that Biden will be off the ticket by mid-June. I wonder why that keeps circulating. Gumata, I thought it would be done by now. I thought Biden would be off the ticket by now. I didn't think that he would survive this long, to tell you the honest to God's truth. I was having odds that he would fall down the stairs on Air Force One, but then again, they put the little kid stairs out, the pilot stairs. What's up, Big Rob? How you doing? No. You're absolutely right. We aren't weak, but having the leadership in place projects weakness. Joe Biden projects weakness. There's no two ways about it. The United States military is the strongest military on the planet, or that's ever existed. We are actually a deterrent to a lot of shit, but the leadership is what's important. And right now we have weak leadership, which is allowing people like Kim Jong-un, the little putsy dude over there in North Korea, to start firing fucking rockets again. Where under Trump, none of that shit happened. Because Donald Trump said, you know what? You may have a nuke, but my nukes are bigger and my button works. So go ahead and, fuck around and find out. The last half hour is a fact check review for the candidates. Could you imagine that, Jim Bob? That would be interesting. But yeah, you have to take the whole culmination of what all this stuff that's going on, and you can't help. You just can't help but say, this is all political theater. It's political theater to make you, the American citizen, focus your mind on other things when the real crimes are being committed right in front of our faces. And they're being committed by the unelected officials and the career the career people that are working entrenched in the State Department, in the Department of Defense, in the IRS, in every other three-letter organization, the FBI, the CIA, AAA, the KGB, whoever's whatever. These are the people who are committing the worst offenses, and we're focusing our attention on other things, like sham trials for expired hooker payments. That's why it's important to watch out for people, in my opinion, like Ramaswamy, because I think that Ramaswamy was something back then, and he shouldn't be around now. I don't know. When I researched that guy, I didn't like his money trail. I didn't like his family trail. I didn't like. It's not because his family isn't citizens either. He's a citizen. Thank you for the cookie, mermaid. Right, he's a citizen. I don't mind. He's qualified in all ways to be president, and so on and so forth. I don't like his lineage. I don't like where his loyalties lie. It's not nothing new. I said it before, and I'll probably say it again. Look at that. We got 1,000 more gold pills to reach 10,000. Right? 90,000 gold pills. Well, one easy money, according to Duppy, which I get quite a lot of DMs from, it's going to be Mike Obama. Because Duppy, I think, searches the internet far and wide just to to show me stories about how they're gonna put Michelle Obama as president. I can't see that happening, just for the point that, you know, they don't exist since before the presidency, and the whole child issue, and I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. Just saying, but I don't know. Mermaid, I didn't mean that. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it. Oh, thank God. I Am Groot is back. Thank God.
Welcome.
Thank God you're here.
Whew. There you go, Duppy. I really can't think. Right, everybody's saying, well, you know what? Gavin Newsom, when we talked about Gavin Newsom, how he's messing up California so bad. If that is all the Democrats can put forward is Gavin Newsom, then this country's in a world of hurt, man. This country's in pretty bad shape. There's 300 million people in this 300 million citizens in this country. I can't see how, you know, the Republican and the Democrats can only come up with these people. It's hard to understand that. You would say Gavin Newsom, A-Flash, over Big Mike. I don't know. Do you live in California? Because Gavin Newsom just destroyed this state. And just think of just think of what he would do to the country. I don't know. It's I can't think of another Democratic candidate. It's not going to be somebody like Liz Cheney or well, we don't know because they didn't hold any primaries. Oh, did I go blurry? Hold on a second. What's going on here? Am I blurry, or is that just my eyeballs? I think I went blurry. I went plaid. No, hold on a second. Let me cover the camera. Catch the focus. Focus! What the hell? I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, Black Mamba, a Newsom Big Mike ticket. That's scary. That is really scary. I'm blurry. I don't know what's going on with my camera here. Usually when I do this, it works well. I know I'm blurry. Let me see. Let me turn the camera off for a second. I'll turn the camera off and then I turn the camera back on. Hold on. Oh, is that what it is, Duppy? I got glaucoma? Come on. What the hell? I cover in the camera lens so it gives it a chance to focus. I don't know. Deal with it. I don't know what's going on. It's like Gavin wins with a huge what? Oh, yeah. I can't mentally adjust anything. I am not acute to that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, we're almost done with the show, so it'll just be a couple of minutes. Maybe I don't know what's happening with the camera. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. Alrighty. What I think we'll do, I think we'll call the show for tonight. Hopefully my camera will come back on. Yeah, that's right. We'll do the PTP radio show. But let me do this tomorrow night. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're having the damn, why can't I remember the name of this? The Thursday night throwdown at 6 p.m. So I want to make sure that all you guys on the YouTube and hey, Kelly Ray, how you doing? Long time no see. YouTube, wherever we're going to have the Thursday night throwdown. We're going to have a special guest on. Besides Warrior in the Garden and Spaz, we're going to have a special guest come on. And then we're going to put the link in the chat so anybody that wants to come up on the panel, discuss any of the shit that's happening during the week, whatever. We're going to have the regular people on the panel, but there's going to be somebody else who we haven't had on this show very long time. And I'm looking forward to talking to them. So just remember, tomorrow is Thursday. We'll do a regular show. Oh, now my camera clears up. We'll do a regular show at 11 a.m. The news for the day. And then the Thursday night throwdown at 6 p.m. California avocado time. It's going to be fun. I don't know. I may even, and I'm not sure about this. I may even invite Salty Nuts back on. Because you know what? There's nothing better than having a really good conversation about whatever the hell he talks about. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe I'll send him an invitation. We'll see what happens. More than likely. But we're going to have another guest on too. So the Thursday night throwdown, 6 p.m. Make sure you're there. So I want to thank Beach Bum and Mermaid specifically, and all the rest of you guys. Oh, there's Salty Nuts. Yeah, so Salty Nuts, if you want to come on the show tonight, send me a DM and I'll send you the link. And you can come up and we can talk about all the bullshit that's happened this week with the rest of the fellas and anybody else who'd like to join the panel from the chats. Yeah, I want to thank Beach Bum and Mermaid for all the subscriptions, all the cans and the ships and the fleets. And you're just too generous to me. I love you so much. You're just a wonderful human being. And thank you for being here. And I know you're looking forward to tomorrow night's show. And I'm glad you had a happy birthday over on Severe's channel. I was there for a while for that. And Black Mama, I'm glad you're here. Oh, good. Okay, so Salty Nuts will be on the show tomorrow night then. I'll send you the link. You did good with the voice the other night, so we'll keep it that way again. We don't want you to hurt yourself, because we know once you get going, you never stop. So we'll control that. All right, guys. Everybody on the YouTube, the D Live, and the X, make sure you grab the Pilled. Make an account over on Pilled. Grab the link in the bio down there. Go make an account on Pilled. Most people are over there right now. It is a total free speech platform, and I've never been dinged for saying anything. So I love you too, Mermaid. Thank you so much. Yeah, tomorrow night, Thursday night. Yeah, make yourself an account over there. Get in there. Follow my channel. You can subscribe. You can help out the channel. Do all that crap over there, and I greatly appreciate it. So until then, everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Your hump day is almost over.
Hump day, yeah.
I will see everybody tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. avocado time, hopefully with a nice clear camera. Till then, good night, everybody, and thank you so much.